Pro boxing fans, Carl Frampton. Charlie Edwards beaten tonight by Sikho Nqothole. What did you think of the fight?
I thought it was a decent fight. It took a wee while to kind of kickstart, but what did you say? What was his name? How did you pronounce it?
Nqothole.
Nqothole. So we were told it was Nqothole. No, fuck now, you balls it up now because I don't remember what we were told it was, but it wasn't that anyway. But he looked really good, really kind of fluid and languid, and like this, a bit of a throwback fighter, like almost like an old school American fighter. A lot to like about him. Yeah, liked him a lot. And Charlie looked at maybe the halfway stage, maybe it was, the fight was run away from Charlie, but he done well in the second half to come back into it and have a go and make it competitive enough. But the fella that you ballsed up his name there, I thought he looked very good.
What's next for Charlie, do you think?
I'm not sure. I mean, look, Charlie's been a world champion. He's had an unbelievable career. I'd imagine it's a pain in the ass to try and get down to super flyweight. He's got the frame of a featherweight and not a small featherweight. So he's 33 now. He's had an unbelievable career. He mentioned his daughter in the ring. I always think it's when you're not the same fighter you used to be, that's time to call it a day. So maybe he'll do that, or maybe he'll push on. Who knows? It's up to him.
Just one more from me. Spoke to Spencer Brown last week in Egypt, and he said he had talks with Miller, Ruiz for Fury. He doesn't think those fights are going to happen, but what do you think of those potential names? Are they too risky before a Joshua fight, in your opinion?
Oh, but I mean, nah, too risky. I mean, I think any fight's risky because anything could happen. He could fight an absolute nobody and, bust his hand on their head and then the fight's off. So there's always a risk when he's taking a fight. I don't think that he needs to take the fight, but no one, Tyson loves the fight, doesn't he? And that's they're fighting men, they always say it, but that is what they are. They love the fight. So I understand why he's doing it, but I just don't like it because it just adds a little bit more jeopardy.
We saw obviously last week in Egypt, Usyk, Rico. What were your thoughts on the stoppage?
It shouldn't have been a stoppage. I mean, he was clearly hurt, but when I had him in front, the judges had him in front as well. Most people at ringside had him in front, and you're 1 second away from going and sitting in the stool to go into the last round. That was too early.
Should he have been given a minute?
Absolutely, give him a minute and see what he's like to recover. And I mean, Usyk could have went out and stopped him the next round, but no one knows what could have happened. Usyk could have walked into one. Anything could have happened. So I feel like it was a very early stoppage.
Do you see Rico as a serious competitor in the heavyweight division?
I think so. I mean, you look at. Is it the case of Usyk maybe not taking the camp serious? He didn't look in his physically anyway in terms of his body shape. I've seen him looking better. So maybe he thought it was going to be a handy night and didn't put the effort in that he normally does. But in saying that, maybe that wasn't the case, and maybe Rico looked good. He looked like really awkward. He had an awkward style, and he done to Usyk what the vast majority of heavyweight professionals over the last 10 years couldn't get close to doing. So yeah, of course he should see himself now as a credible boxer if that's what he wants to be.
A lot of people talking maybe Verhoeven and Garcia. Would that be a boxing fight match?
Yeah, I'd like to watch it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be all over that.
You think Usyk's going to rematch Rico?
Possibly. I don't know what he's going to do. It's going to be difficult. We don't want Usyk's legacy to be affected. I don't anyway. I want him to retire undefeated on top of the tree because he deserves that in terms of what he's done in his career. But if he's going to have another fight, I think it's probably going to be Rico. He'll have a rematch with him. Does he go near KBL now? I'm not sure. Moses, I'm not sure. But who knows? We could see. Remember what Lennox Lewis done? after the Vitaly Klitschko fight when he didn't look great and he got the stoppage and Klitschko was cut badly. He just called it a day, and I think that was the right thing for Lennox to do. Maybe that's the thing Usyk should do. I'm not saying that, but maybe that's a thought that they've had.
I think Usyk's father time's kind of got to him now, or do you think it was just an off night? He might have underestimated Rico. Rico was better than he thought.
Well, it's one or the other. So I'll tell you after his next fight if father time has caught up with him, but that could be the case.
Did you think before he'd have beaten Caballero, and after the fight with Rico, did your opinion change at all?
Yeah, it does, you know. It does. But then that kind of puts me in the position that I think maybe Father Time's got up on him, and this is what happens, you know what I mean? It happens. Everyone kind of aren't the fighters that they once were at a point, and when you've had the career and been involved in boxing for the amount of years that Usyk has, then it catches up on you at a point. So going off that performance, I would favour Caballero, and I would also favour Moses at home over him.
If you're Usyk, what are you doing now?
If I was Usyk, I would probably. I think you need to have one more fight after that. You can't go out on that Rico performance. One more fight, either against Rico or against another big name, and then sayonara. See you later. That's me done.
So, what do you think about him against Moses, if that was to happen now?
Before Usyk's last fight, I would have said Usyk, but Moses has a chance now. I would say, I think the majority would probably fancy Moses going off that performance.
Cool. Let's go.
I've just got a final one. A lot of people still talking about Eddie Dana. We see that Dana comes to the UK next week. If they do fight, how do you see it going?
Well, do you know what? I hope this happens, actually. I really do hope they'll have a fight. If it does happen, I think Eddie Hearn boxes the lugs clean off him. Like, I think it's an easy night for Eddie. I don't even think it's a hard fight.
Potential on Frank Smith. Potential on the undercard. How do you see that going?
Fancy Frank. Yeah. I don't know if any of the four that we've mentioned punch hard enough to stop either one. No, I don't know. I'm not only joking. But
one more. What do you think of Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia?
Oh, good fight, really good fight. But you have to have Garcia as a favourite. I think the majority of people would. Very good timing, very fast hands. And we'll finally we'll learn what Ben is actually like as a fighter in this fight, because he's fighting a world-class fighter in Rangor.
Cool. Cheers, Carl.
All right.